What's up guys, Hobo88 here and welcome to iRacing, and we're going to go rallycross racing in this video. Something new for the service is rallycross in the new build this week. iRacing has released a few rallycross cars and tracks, so in this video we're going to go through and take a look at the different tracks and try out the two different cars. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this splash screen for you guys so you can see that what we're doing is actually running all this out of the new iRacing user interface rather than the members website. So a lot of people don't realize that this exists, and even if they do, they don't know anything about it. So maybe you guys will learn something new in here as well, but I quite like the interface, and I really think it's going to be good once this is fully up and running. But for today, we're going to go ahead and just use the test drive function. So we've got two cars to pick from. We've got a Ford Fiesta WRC, and we've also got a Volkswagen Beetle rallycross car. The Beetle is free, as is the Daytona track. So there's two different variations at Daytona, rallycross short and long. And there's also a Phoenix track, which is free, plus two more that are paid for. So you get basically one car and two tracks, well three if you include the two layouts at Daytona, for free with your iRacing membership. And then you also get a second vehicle and two more tracks that you can pay for to use as well. So we're happy. I'm going to go with the Fiesta. We've got the Rallycross. I'm going to go dynamic weather on the session so it randomizes it up a bit. And I'll start the track state at 0%. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and launch the test session. And you'll see that the UI will think for a second and then it will spit us into a session without having ever to go to the members website. So Rallycross, for those who don't know what it is, it's extremely action-packed and fun to watch, and I'm anticipating that it's going to be fun to drive as well. I've done a few laps in the cars while the iRacing build deployed, but I haven't done much driving. I've done a couple of laps at both the Daytona tracks and also a couple at Phoenix, but that's it. And really, I haven't got much practice in these cars at all, so this is going to be a bit interesting. But Rallycross, for those that don't know what it is, it's basically rally cars racing against each other on a closed circuit. The circuit includes, so I'm just going to roll around here as we describe this. The circuit includes paved and dirt areas of the track. So you can see we're on a paved section of the road here. And then as we come around the corner, we'll go onto dirt. And it also features jumps, which is highly exciting. So here we go, we go onto dirt. And then there's also jumps in the tracks as well. Spices it up, makes it interesting, and obviously several high-powered, ultra-fast race cars on a track together, like these, going to be good fun. So expect carnage and lots of fun. But the other thing with Rallycross is that they include what's called a joker lap. So you can see here we're on the main track, and the main track goes up here. That's where we started just before, and it goes around the right-hander at the end. But there's also this joker lap, which is a shorter route through the track. Has to be completed once in a race, so it gives you a chance if you get stuck behind someone, you do your joker lap, get out of the way, do a couple of clean laps, and then when they do their joker lap, you might make that pass. So it opens up a little bit of strategy and makes it highly interesting because keeps you guessing. You've got to be smart, and it does mean you don't get stuck behind someone if it's difficult to pass. So enough about all that. What do these things like to drive? Let's find out. This is the short configuration at Daytona, so it's a very short track. They're all pretty short, but this is a really short track. Third gear, bit of handbrake. And there you go. Should get an idea straight away what this is going to be all about. They're very, very powerful cars. Oh, that's way too big across the jump. Way too big across the jump. And we can't even stop before the next corner. See, did we actually damage the... Oh, we've got massive steering damage. Let's just escape real quick and take a look at that on the replay. We've sustained enormous steering damage just from the landing of the jump here. Oh, wow. No wonder it wouldn't turn when I got to the end here. Alright, let's try that again. So, because I've got a somewhat dodgy setup, just a basic stock Logitech G27, I'm running my paddles on the wheel for shifting up and down. I'm using 4th gear on my H pattern as the handbrake, so it's a bit dodgy and not the best setup, but you know what, we'll see if we can make it work. So a dab of the brake, is required on the jump at this track. And the transition from dirt to tarmac, very difficult. So it'll take a couple of laps to figure out what the hell we're even doing here. This corner. Hugely, hugely enjoyable. So on the dirt we've got very little to no grip at all, just because of the tyres. That was much better through there. Just trying to figure out the best line through there. It's very tight. And another lap rattled off just like that. I imagine you could just drive around that big hairpin there and it'd probably be quicker, but is it really going to be as fun? A bit of brake up the up ramp again. Oh, wooden shift back to second gear. Yeah, that was nice through there. Fly across the curbs. Oh boy, they just got so much power. So you absolutely fly through the gears. You can see we're up to 6th gear here already. A little bit too deep under brakes there. Into the hairpin that time. When we go past next time, we might actually do the Joker lap. Oh, we're offline here. Beautiful. We'll go around, we'll do the Joker lap this time. Oh no! That was terrible. We better do that again. They're very different to anything else I've driven on iRacing before. They take a lot of work. They're not all that easy to drive. Well, I wish I could say that that was intentional, but it wasn't. Oh! Clouted the tyres, and the tyres actually moved there. Can't see them out the window. But I think we get the idea with this track, so let's just watch this. I think you'd be much quicker just driving around without sliding through that part of the track. But the tyre bundles, we watch the tyre bundles. Bang! So that's cool. iRacing finally implementing a system that allows you to have movable objects in the environment. So I did see this the other day, and that's a really cool new feature. Here's me looking like an idiot on one of the earlier laps there, first lap out pretty much. So we'll just watch the replay here for a couple of laps and get a bit of a feel for the short layout here at Daytona and a bit of an idea of what it looks like. Got the very basic Synergy Sim Racing livery on the car for the time being until we finish our good new liveries for the car. I like how they also include your name on the like the top banner, the window banner. See that across the top of the windscreen. Nice little touch. And they've also got, it looks like the name next to the door, on the door as well, next to your number. So that's cool. I like all that stuff. I like it when iRacing does that sort of stuff automatically. Have a look at that. That's what it's all about right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and quit. And when you quit the session here, don't want to save a replay. When you quit the session here, the menu pops back up, the user interface for iRacing. It'll start connecting, and I'm having trouble with my internet at the minute, so this might be a little slower than usual, but it'll load up all the sessions and the content and stuff like that, and then we go again, select the next variation, and off we go. So what we'll do this time around is we'll go and test out going back into test drive here, we'll go and test out the Beetle instead of the Fiesta. I think it's going to be, easier to just search for it. There it is. The track is going to be Daytona. You can see that my system's very laggy at the minute. It's not optimized. It hasn't actually even searching for it, so I'm just going to scroll. We want the 2007 version of Daytona, which is the free version, and we want the long circuit. And dynamic weather, we'll keep the afternoon, and this time we might, if we can, we might bump the track state up to, I don't know, 25%. That looks good. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I'm happy with all that. Let's go ahead and test drive it. And again, we'll wait for it to load back in. And it is a nice fast interface. It's not that difficult to use, and you can pop in and out nicely. You don't have to get that weird reconnect to iRacing issue every time that you try and load a session. So I've been having problems with iRacing this week because it's week 13. There's a few bugs in the build, my internet, all this sort of stuff. And I've been having problem even launching sessions. So much faster way to do it here. And I think it's pretty useful. So here we go, we've got the Beetle. Same deal as before, handbrake is 4th gear and sequential shifters. Now the layout here for the long version is very similar. You'll see it looks almost the same. Let's clip that barrier there. Uh-oh. Then this area of the track is what's a little bit different, so whoa, so that little bit there's the long part on this track. I have to say the Beetle feels really different too, I reckon, to drive. Oh, just no grip on the dirt. I love that. It feels, the Beetle feels a little bit more controllable. It's not so, the Fiesta feels like it's just got like 200 extra horsepower when you're trying to put the throttle down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think the Beetle feels more stable. Oh, nudge that, nudge that tyre bundle before. Try and keep the car as straight as we can. As straight as fast. I have to apologise. I know the commentary in this video probably not the most entertaining or the best. And I just cannot get it to change. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it just will not shift out of second gear. Actually having to come all the way out of the throttle gears to take. I'm going to have to start clutching it, I think. Yeah, so if I clutch the second to third gear shift, it works. There it is again, stuck in second gear. Don't know why. Don't know why that is. Just doesn't like that gear shift. I'm wondering if I got the wrong setup on the car too, because I don't think that we should be topping out quite so badly, but that's alright. Alright, time for the Joker lap. There is actually also windscreen wipers in these cars, which I presume helps with the dirty window. I haven't mapped the button though, so I might do that in a minute. Uh-oh, into the wall again. Need to work on my Joker lap technique. It's been terrible so far. Alright, let's try this again. Still no good. Alright, we need to try and not be hero handbraking through the corner there. We're going to go and try and drive it like a real driver would. Oh, so we fall off the side of the jump. So I've hit the gear shift about 5 times there before it actually shifted up. I don't know why. Oh yeah, we've got some damage now. Just from clipping the inside of that corner back there. I don't know, we need to work on our Joker lap technique. I don't even know if you're allowed to merge over the white line on the exit. But... Alright, let's go ahead and check out the replay of this place as well, and obviously the other car. Already picked up that damage on the right front corner at this point, but that's alright. You just got to go so slow in the dirt section because the traction is just terrible on the dirt. I don't know why. I think that they're running like a slick tyre or something, so I guess the traction on the dirt's really, really bad when you get to the dirt. But nonetheless, I actually like that it's challenging. I think that makes it more interesting. You don't want it to be easy to drive, and they shouldn't be easy to drive. They don't look like they're easy in real life, so... Look at that. I love that. So I prefer the Fiesta as far as overall looks goes. I know gas power, it's a Ford, but I don't mind the Fiesta. I think it looks pretty cool. And actually in the World Rallycross, which I've watched a lot of, I watched all of this year and last year, I was a big fan of the Ford Focus RS in that as well, with Ken Block, his team in that series. I'm a Baccarat fan, so he was obviously they're not driving that series anymore. But again, a Ford, and I like those cars. I think that they looked apart and they were very cool. So I know you can get up off the floor where you fell off your chair, but I do like the Fords. However, the Beetle I think drives nicer. I like the feel of the Beetle. It's not so out of control. It feels a little bit easier to drive, but maybe I'm wrong. We have changed the track state, so it could be something to do with that. So what we'll do now is we'll escape this server again. We'll go back and we'll go to Phoenix next, and I'll go back to the Fiesta again, and we'll check that out. So again, just to confirm something that I did say earlier, is that both of those tracks at Daytona are free for all iRacing members. So you sign up for iRacing and you get access to both of those tracks that we just did, and you also get access to the Beetle that we just drove. So it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool that you can get access to that much content. As I'm waiting for the interface here to stop freezing. It's all out of order. Ford Fiesta. There he is. Track. So we're going to go Phoenix. Oh, these ones are alphabetical. I could have just scrolled. LMNO Phoenix 2008. We want the Rallycross course. And this time with the conditions, we'll go, again, we'll just go with dynamic weather, and we'll bump the track state to 50%. I'm not quite sure how it works, the track state for Rallycross. I feel like the tracks get faster. I'm happy with all this stuff, so let's go ahead and test. I feel like the tracks get faster as that real muddy surface would be coming off, like as opposed to Speedway, where a heavy track, 100% heavy track on a dirt oval is the fastest that you're going to see for the entire weekend. But I feel like in Rallycross it would actually be faster once you start to get that top layer of mud off and it dries out and gets a little dusty. But then I guess you get the same thing where it'll blue groove right out, it'll get super slick, and then it'll be ultra slippery again. So I don't know, we'll see, I guess, but I feel like it should get a little faster as the track condition wears out for a certain time anyway. So here we go. Phoenix. So this is another track that I have done a handful of laps at. By a handful I mean not many, but at least I know what direction the track goes. You wouldn't know it with that sort of a maneuver. Uh-oh. And it's actually slippery enough that we didn't even use the handbrake there for any of that. Almost get away without using the handbrake at all at this track. Didn't get any damage there from the contact with the tyres by the feel of it, so. And again, no handbrake there. I think that's probably quicker. Definitely not as entertaining, but probably faster. Too fast here though again. Although we got away with it that time. Uh-oh. Alright. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. Trying to find traction. Just trying to find any grip at all. That was nice down into there. It's an awkward spot for that jump, like right in the middle of a corner there like that. And it's very hard to change the direction of the car once it's on the dirt. Forgot to assign a button for the windscreen wiper. Way too fast into there. Uh-oh. little bit of handbrake just to get the thing around that first tyre bundle. Get a nice straight line out of here that time though, and I need to assign a button for the wiper. Let's go ahead and hit the Joker up this lap. We're way too fast. So this is one of the tracks where the Joker is actually quite a big difference. So Joker's through here. Get to skip that awkward jump. Not sure exactly how the exit works, so I don't think I've ever done it before. The Joker here. So it's a real advantage to take it in this track much faster. Slowed down a little too much that time. You want to get that nice straight line at the jump if you can. Oh dear. Thump. Oh boy. Alright, I think I've done enough. Actually, we did have damage. I can see that right front corner. It looks awful. We did get damage when we did that first... whoops. Where do we want? Yeah, that first contact with the barriers. It's actually done quite a lot of damage to the right front. So, probably should go back out with the right front fixed. It's like a lot of damage actually. It felt like it was driving okay, but this really illustrates the work that they've done with the with the mud and the dirt flying up off the wheels. You can really see that iRacing have worked hard on making that heaps better, because it is loose dirt. You expect it to flick up like that, and it's exciting because it adds extra elements to dirt tracks down the track, because some oval dirt tracks are extremely muddy, you know, that's dusty, and sorry, I meant to say dusty and loose dirt, like they're a loose dirt type of surface, and we need that sort of stuff for those tracks. So I expect to see more dust and things like that implemented into ovals as well. Jumping way too big over that jump there. Way too big. That was very wide there as well. So let's go into the options, because people are going to ask about this too. The handbrake you can set right here. So I've set it to my 4th gear, and you can see my gearbox is just set to sequential for my shifters. But we want to turn on the wipers. So let's see. Shift aid, none. No, I don't want to auto, so we must have to go into the controls to set. Here we go. Wipers. Toggle wipers. And trigger wipers. What do I want to do there? I've only got one button spare on my wheel. We'll set it to that one, which is one of my quick chat icons. Alright, so let's go back out and have a look. Wipers, trigger wipers goes on and off. That's really all I need. I don't know what the other one does, if I'm honest. But now I can't turn them off. There we go. Alright. So I want to get some more dust up on the windscreen and see what those wipers actually do. So I think almost this track you can almost get away without even doing a handbrake, nearly. You just need it occasionally. Like I just used it there because I completely forgot that that was a tight corner for some reason. Okay, another lap and we should have enough dust on the wiper, on the windscreen for you guys to see it. Looks like the track is starting to show a racing line on the dirt there too. Try and get that good exit. I don't mind being wide early in the corner if it gives us a good exit. Alright, let's hit the wipers. Oh, nice. That's awesome. When I heard that there was wipers in the build, I actually didn't think they'd do anything. They do. Hit this joker again, now that we've been through here once before. Man, the grip level, the car was stopping on a dime, and then as soon as I hit the dirt, that was it. It almost got faster, even though I was still on the brakes. Clouted the tyres there on the exit. Alright, so that's Phoenix. What I might just do real quick is, I was going to say this should have been our best lap. Watch this one more lap that we just did there, the faster one of the three there, and then we'll move on to the next track. So that was a super wide entry down into the first corner there. Set us up nicely. You can see that dirt starting to develop a racing line. So I'll be interested to know whether or not the wipers actually are more more required when you get in amongst other cars if the windscreen gets really dirty really quick. Oh, look at that. It actually shows up on the replay too. That's really cool. Alright, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and quit and move on to the next one. So we'll go to Lucas Oil next in the Beetle. I think we'll go there and then maybe Iowa last. But as for Rallycross, I'd really like to know from you guys. I'm just curious whether or not you would be interested in seeing me do a series on these. Obviously, with this build comes new licenses for iRacing, so now I'm a rookie on the dirt road courses and ovals. So I haven't had to work through my licenses on iRacing in a long time, but I kind of wouldn't mind treating it like almost a career mode, where I have to work my way up through the rankings and maybe do a little series with some sort of like playthrough almost of the different races as I try and improve my rating and my license levels. So let me know if you'd be interested to see that. I'm obviously planning on having a run here. We might go Iowa because I'm hovering over it. Let me know if you'd like to see that on the channel or not, if you'd like to see me do more driving. Let's go right up here to, I don't know, where are we going to go? 85%. We'll go really high for this one. Dynamic weather still. Yeah, let me know if you'd be interested to see that's on the channel. If you'd be interested in watching almost like a career mode type thing for Rallycross, where I start to try and work my license up. I want to get up to sort of like maybe a B license or something like that, which is where I am on road and oval for paved stuff at the minute. And then I'll probably do a similar thing with the dirt racing as well on ovals. But alright, here we go. A new track. I've never been here before. I've got no idea. So first thing I'm going to do is go and drive a few slower laps while I figure out where we go. I assume this way. Yep, straight to a jump there. Interesting. Then we've got a hairpin left. Alright, okay. I'm following so far. Joker lap to the right. And then, okay, this is a pretty complex track. And then hairpin around onto the banking of the oval. So it kind of treats it like a roval, a road oval course. Oh. Kind of forgot that I need to be watching where I was going. And then this is where we join back on. Alright. So we'll try and work our speed up a little. Don't laugh at me because I don't know really. No, too fast. I'm just going to check out the Joker lap as well. Looks like it's just a straight up left, right, or right, left, and then onto the oval. Alright, so far so good. I think I know where we're going. Broke a little bit too early there. Looks like that's, oh yeah, that's definitely a second gear corner, alright. Whoa! Just popped up my start menu. See a thing. I like this track. This is a bit of a challenge. I'd say the rejoin's been a bit iffy. I don't know if I hit those tyre barriers or not, but if I didn't, I don't know how. This is a cool track. I really like this one. This is really cool. Oh, didn't quite come around enough. Oh, the old H pattern handbrake trick didn't change out of the handbrake mode, so driving around with the handbrake on. Pretty easy to accidentally leave the handbrake on when you're doing it this way. Third gear. Yeah, it works. Too fast. We actually had it really good there for a lap or so, and then we've forgotten how to drive again. Whoa! Got caught out by how much extra grip we had there with the... Oh, I haven't assigned the wipers for this car. I'm wondering why they're not working. That wasn't a global setting that I used. It was unique just for that other car. Either way, I think you guys get the picture. We'll go back out and we'll take a look now. First thing I'm going to do is go back to about here. And I'm just going to, while I think of it guys, just give me a second here. I'm going to go into the controls and set this. That's annoying. So yeah, using the same as my tear off on the dirt. That should work alright. I think we can work with that. Alright. So you can see at the minute the car's quite clean. I haven't really, this is sort of like the first lap that we did. Well, actually, what was our best lap? Let's watch our best lap. These ones here were pretty good. Just so much limiter. So much limiter. Probably not using the right gear. I think this is definitely my favourite track so far. I really like this one. And then the next lap was our best, so I'm not even sure where the start line is, to be honest. Yeah, that was one where we got that really nice line through there. Oh yeah, we did touch the tyres when I said I didn't know if I hit them or not. Only grazed them just. That was perfect. Oh, what a thing of beauty. I love it. I love it, you guys. All right, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and leave, and we'll load up the last session, which is Lucas Oil. We'll go back to the Fiesta for that, just to keep mixing it up. It's Rallycross, you guys. I might as well start talking about my thoughts. I love it. I think it's awesome. I really enjoyed Rallycross in Dirt Rally as well, but this is awesome, and I really, really enjoy it. I'm not going to compare it to Dirt Rally. I think they're different sort of games, but this is very, very enjoyable. Now, I can only imagine once you get out on a track with other cars, it's even better. So, for me, I'm really enjoying it. It's very challenging. The cars are hard to learn, especially at the start. So yeah, once you get the hang of them, I think it'll be all right. What am I doing? I need to actually change track to Lucas Oil. So let me do that. L-U. There it is. Yeah, Lucas Oil Rallycross. That's what I want. And then let's go ahead with the track conditions. We might just put this in the middle this time again. Seems about right. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll test this out as well. But it's really, really challenging, but really rewarding. When you get it right, it feels awesome. So, yeah, I quite liked it. I've quite liked it, and I'm hoping that I can do a lot of racing in it. I know there's some leagues running and officials just blowing up at the minute with people using it. So, we've got cooler weather, overcast. Now, this track I've never driven, but I've seen Sean Cole from the Sim Pits video of this track. So, I think I'm going to be a little better off here because I know where the track goes. To start at least. You come down here somewhere, there's a left-hander. So far so good. Left and a right. Ugh. A dirt with no grip. And I think this was just a long right-hander. And that blue tyre we go round. Didn't even use the handbrake there. So that's it, that's the track. So it's only, again, it's fairly short. Let's go down the Joker real quick. The Joker at this place just runs down the inside here. Alright. Again, we've got this stupid problem that can't get third gear. Seems to be especially bad in the Focus. I love the U-turns, like the handbrake 180s. They feel so good. Pitch it in, get the thing dead sideways and just gas it up. Alright, here we go. Having to do a full clutch upshift from second to third. I love this corner. I actually really like this track. There's a few corners here that are just nice to drive. So a higher track state here on these Rovals you'll be able to notice with the rubber down in the corners. And I'm just starting to feel like I'm learning the cars enough Oh, we're in third gear, back to second. See whether or not these wipers work. Do. So they just keep going until you turn them off. Nice. Oops. Why did I go for the wipers, not the handbrake? That just goes to show that I'm just not quite used to the setup of these things yet. Not naturally reaching for the handbrake when I should be. I can actually pull that corner back a long way there. I'm a long way from the barrels. That was better. Actually got stuck in third that time. I'm trying to go from third to fourth, so not sure. Maybe that's a wheel spin related thing or something. I don't know. Still a long way from the barrel. This one's a pretty, it's not an overly technical track. Like once you learn the layout, it's pretty basic, which I like. Oh, it's too early. It's too early. Let's just hit these wipers again. I love that. Alright. Let's go back and take a look. The last lap was actually our best, but if you look, 44, 44, 44, 44, 45, 44. So very consistent straight off the bat here. We might just watch the last 3 laps. But hugely enjoyable, you guys. It's a really good track, this one. I like it because it's fairly straightforward. It's not too complicated. Corners are all pretty much, you know what they are. You got these two 90-degree corners, then you've got the big sweeper up here after the jump. Probably my favourite corner of all of the rallycross tracks, this one right here. How cool is that? It's an awesome corner. And then, you know, hairpin here. And then you've got the hardest one on the track is probably turn 1 down at the end of the main straight down there. You go barreling down, and you got to try and stop the car and get it to slide in to turn, well, I guess it's turn 2 technically, I guess, the sharp bit right here. So you get the car to pitch, 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 and that's where I missed it. Went too fast, tried to turn my wipers on instead of the handbrake. But that's probably the toughest one on the track. The rest of them are nice and easy. So I like this track. It's cool. I don't know if I like it more or less than Iowa, but or whatever it was, the other track. But it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I thought I was going to like Daytona the most, but I don't think so. I think these last 2 are my favourites. So look at that around the corner. That's just awesome. What have we got? TV1. Let's watch that for a minute. But Rallycross in general, awesome job by iRacing. They've done a really good job with it. It's hugely fun and it's addictive. I'm going to be doing lots of this, I can guarantee it. And it's rewarding because it's hard, but when you figure it out, it's really rewarding. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope to see the participation stay high with this car and all these cars. And hopefully we get some really cool additions to this down the track as well with new cars and tracks. But so far, there's enough there to keep us plenty busy. Remember, if you sign up to iRacing, you get the VW Beetle as well as the 2 tracks at Daytona and the one at Phoenix, all included with your subscription for free. So there's plenty there just to keep you going to get started, to give you a taste. So make sure you sign up to iRacing if you decide that you want to do that. But I think that's about it, guys. We've gone for an hour nearly, 50 minutes, and it's a pretty comprehensive look at all the different content. But I hope you found it useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at Hobbo88 for all the latest That's the best place to keep up to date. I've got some things coming very soon. I've got a channel update and some exciting stuff coming, so please make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and follow me on Twitter to keep up with all the latest. But thanks very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.